The first pull is getting started, ladies and gentlemen, as we're taking on Abyssal Commander Sivara here.
4,
3,
2,
1.
There we go. Oh boy, it has begun.
That's right, it has. They are actually busting out the double Disc Priest Paladin composition going into it straight away. We are starting to see the Brewmaster tank in double Holy Pally, double Disc.
Nice, there it is.
Taking the best that they can from this raid. Very interested to start seeing this composition coming out.
Yeah, for sure. And as you can see, straight away they've split up the raid. You know, green on the right-hand side, Frost on the left. Or was it Toxic on the right? Sorry. And yeah, how's the boss looking? It's going down. It's going down mighty fast.
Yep, and we're going to start seeing one of the first overwhelming barrages coming out in just a second here.
Yep,
and
here it comes.
that's going to be a lot of the extra bursting damage onto the raid. So you're going to get a look at the healers. You're going to start seeing all the pulsing damage if anybody gets hit by it. You didn't see a single one going into it from there. So very excellent control on really that one. And you're seeing on the green side, they got to be standing still as much as possible, while you're seeing the blue side kind of just jumping around, making sure their stacks aren't getting too terribly high. As we take a look at Will's point of view here, he's constantly just stutter stepping just a little bit here and there, and you're starting to see the pulsing raid damage going out quite quickly on this one. Yep,
as you said, you need to drop those stacks. If they get too high, then it's not going to be good for the raid. And like with the, so as you said, with the Frost there, so they have to keep moving to make sure they don't freeze in place, I believe. And then with the Toxic one, if you move too much, you end up getting frozen as well. Not frozen, but like stunned for a couple seconds.
Disoriented as well.
Yeah, it's not
very similar effect.
Not something you want to happen.
One cool thing we were seeing out of Will's point of view is because he was marked as Frost, he started soaking up some of the Frost that was heading towards some of the green players there. So makes it even easier for them to dodge when Melee is able to assist in that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that phase with the, what is it, the overwhelming, what's it called?
The overwhelming barrage.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting for Melee, because I feel like for ranged, it's a lot easier to avoid those barrages, but for Melee, it's right there in front of you.
And you do have a little bit of a grace period to be able to start repositioning yourself, as we're seeing right now for that barrage.
Yeah,
so he's making sure that he's able to start dodging those, and then does get the inversion as he starts clearing off his stacks.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 50% right now, straight away, first pull. It's looking good. It's looking really good.
We are seeing very close to a death. We are seeing another death coming out on the side of Limit there, we do have one guy going down, two guys going down there, as we are seeing one of the healers taking the loss, really. But we are seeing 5 healers coming out, and having the 5 healers just for the extra support, the expectation that the damage is going to be so high, and as long as all those healers are going to start benefiting from the gear that's dropping, it's a good, safe move.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So will they be switching out the raid during, like, so for the next boss, they might bring in some more people potentially?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what they're going to bring for Blackwater Behemoth, but I can't imagine that they'd bring 5 healers for Radiance of Azshara. I think 2 on each side is going to be more than enough, because the damage for that fight isn't too terribly heavy.
Yeah, I think the healing for Behemoth is quite heavy as well, with obviously the debuff to stop the healing completely, so you're going to have to really get the player's health up there.
And extra absorbs are also nice if anybody still has any kind of dot damage on them as you're leaving one of the phases, so you'll be able to actually deal with that a bit more easily, help prevent somebody from dying.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at, what was that, 25%? Wow, it's
already going
really
down
good.
Very quickly. Only having 1 death on the board, maybe 2. There we go. They're not able to get that battle res off just yet. Another overwhelming barrage coming out, so they have to be able to deal with that very quickly here.
Those pulls as well, they're getting pretty tight.
That's right. And just in general, looking at the healing that's coming out, you are seeing the rest of Druid dealing quite a bit of extra damage, because they don't need to be healing all the time. They don't need to be doing it constantly. They just want to be able to continue burning down the boss as rapidly as possible, and just providing the extra strength, be able to provide that extra cooldown every now and again. And it's a good safe move, because kitty form DPS for rest of Druid is incredibly strong.
Yeah, I mean, we're in that execute window now as well, so it looks like it's going to go down for 1 shot.
That's right.
I mean, we've had a few deaths, but we're still, what are we, 12%? I think it's looking good.
Looking very good here, but another overwhelming barrage coming out. They do still have 4 deaths on their team right now.
Yep.
Might need to be able to get a battle res pretty soon out of this one, just as the fight is going to be wrapping up. They are topping everybody back off. Mana for the healers looks to be pretty decent, at least as far as I can see thus far.
A couple of minutes, we are 12 minutes after the reset, and Abyssal Commander Sivara is going down right now.
That's right, and that's what you're kind of expecting out of these guilds, making sure that they know what they're getting into, they know the preparation that they're having. 1 more death, but everybody else in the raid is looking quite healthy there as Sivara goes down.
Incredible. And he gets his
And
bonus
he gets
roll.
gold! No! Why?
Gotta get that delicious Azshara power. Oh, I love that.
World first! Big Dumb Guild just seconds behind here as we're at 10% in Comfykin's point of view. Of course, they're one of the off-site guilds, so we're not able to have them in the studio with the most amazing video feed here, but they're getting really close themselves.
Yeah.
7% here on the side of BDG. A couple different deaths coming out here. They're going to have to really watch themselves as they're going into this one.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're probably going to get it as well, though, let's be honest. I mean, what are we, 4%?
4% and counting on this one.
It's going down,
just
boys.
Seconds behind.
This is it. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Seeing different guild perspectives it's just so awesome, honestly. You know, as Liver move on to the next boss. Yeah, it's true.
BDG also downing Abyssal Commander Sivara on Mythic, taking up that number 2.
Very nice. What's his bonus roll going to be? Is it going to be a good one?
Oh, I don't think he's bonus rolling.
No.
If he was bonus rolling, he would have done it immediately.
That's very true.
Oh, he got the scepter. He got the nice off.